your bloods, meaning lives, your properties, your wealth, and your respect and honor, and your fame, good name and fame, and your honor. Everything has been protected with guarantee. Everything has been made secure and safe. And it has been its sanctity, sanctity of the human life, sanctity of human honor, and sanctity of human wealth, these rights, sanctity of all these fundamental human rights has been made similar to the sanctity of Kaaba, the house of God. फरमाया लोगो, तुम्हारी जाने, तुम्हारे माल, तुम्हारी इज्जत और आबरू आज के दिन उसे वही इज्जत और हुर्मत दे दी गई है जो हुर्मत खुदा के घर काबा को अता हुई है. नारे तकबीर, नारे रिसालत. Can anybody imagine that human dignity, human honor, and the sanctity of human rights? What our parliaments will speak about the human right? Up to what level we would be upgrading the concept of human right? I think any height which in the future the human intellect, the human political thought, then human parliamentary developments can go up to any height, but no one to reach the height which Holy Prophet Muhammad has given to the human rights. इंसानी अक्ल, इंसान की अक्ल, इंसान का इल्म, इंसान का फिक्र, पार्लिमानी तारीख, दुनिया की सियासत, अक़वाम की थॉट, इंसानी हुकूक के तसव्वुर को उठा उठा के जितनी बुलंदी पर भी ले जाएं, वो सारी बुलंदियां उस बुलंदी की गर्द को छू नहीं सकती जो इंसानी हुकूक को मोहम्मद मुस्तफा ने दे दी है. Look at this declaration that sanctity of these fundamental human rights have been made equal to the sanctity of Kaaba, where we go for performing Hajj and pilgrimage. This is the place of human being and human rights in the eyes of Islam and in the eyes of the Prophet of Islam. This was next. Nobody can attack on the life of mankind. So no killings, no suicidal bombings. If there is anybody giving this kind of fatwa, he is wrong. But here, another very important and relevant thing which came to my mind, it has just occurred now, is one thing is our duty as the influential people of the West and as the members of the parliament and as the part and parcel of the government, or as having an influence on the Western media. You know, definitely those people who are the terrorists, they basically are the extremists and they are fanatics. Unfortunate is this, whenever anything happens in the whole of the world, Western media is always just only interested in promoting the views of the extremist and terrorist under the name of Islam. He will bring the terrorist people on media. He will bring the extremist people and leaders. He will bring the fanatics on the TV coverage. And the Western media shows them shouting against mankind, shouting against Britain, shouting against America, shouting against democracy, and shouting against the freedom, and shouting against human rights. And the Western media wants to give this kind of picture to the mankind to see these are the Muslim leaders. This is the Muslim thought. These are the representatives of Islamic religion. And this is what Islam and Muslim Ummah thinks. And they are never interested to promote the other view, that is the real and actual view of Islam, and that is the moderate view which I am giving today. The moderate view. The moderate view, the balanced view, the peaceful view, the view based on love and affection, the view based on the concept of human brotherhood, they will never try to promote this view so that the bridge should be developed between East and Western Islam and the Western culture. I am always shocked why they don't promote the other view, moderate view of Islam in front of the people. I will like to quote an incident here which I have exercised in my life, and that is during the days of Afghan war. When the war against terror was going on, I would like to bring on record, and since one of our guests is one of the MP and leader, head of the party and MP of the Britain Parliament, so it would be interesting for him, and I would quote a reference of one of the British publications. So during the Afghan war, when the war against terror was going on, I don't know whether our guest speakers and brothers, they are aware of this fact or not, that we as Minhajul Quran and Pakistan Awami Tehreek, we were the most vocal advocates against terror, and we were supporting the war of terror. And nobody in Pakistan, there is no exaggeration, I feel shy and shame in explaining this, saying this, but I have to say, nobody in Pakistan supported General Musharraf more than me on this subject. This is not a hidden thing. This is an open fact. Every Pakistani knows, everybody knows. And this has been quoted and endorsed by the British Parliament too. Now I don't remember the exact reference. 2 volumes, book consisting of 2 volumes, was published by British Parliament, House of Commons, through the Defence Committee, on defence policy, on the reactions, popular reactions of the world on 9/11, dealing with the security issues. You remember this book of 2 volumes. Now I would refer, please go and read the chapter where Pakistan has been discussed. Popular Muslim reactions, there is a caption. I think it is volume 2 and page 104 or maybe page 116. Maybe 204, I don't remember, but just I have given the references. Where on 9/11, the popular Muslim reaction, this heading is on that page. In this article, a publication of British Parliament की ये किताब है, इसके 2 वॉल्यूम्स हैं, और ये सिक्योरिटी, बैनुल अक़वामी सिक्योरिटी मैटर्स पे छपी हाउस ऑफ कॉमन्स में. उसके दूसरे वॉल्यूम के सफ़ा 104 पर मैंने इनको बताया, here under the caption of popular Muslim reactions, they start mentioning Pakistan, and they gave 3 lines to General Pervez Musharraf and his role. This is what the House of Commons have done. 3 lines have been allocated to the role, appreciating the role of General Pervez Musharraf, the President. And after him, they have mentioned my name, and they have specified 16 lines on my role, my efforts in supporting the war of terror. 16 lines. So I have just quoted this reference to create a relevance. In those days, one day, General Musharraf, the President of Pakistan, they asked the responsible authorities in my presence that why the media, the Western media who is stationed in Marriott Hotel, why they have not taken interview from Dr. Qadri. So he gave an order that he should be interviewed by BBC, CNN, all Western media, so that our viewpoint, the moderate view of Islam, should also be promoted. I was there in Marriott Hotel, and all Western media people were there for more than 1 month. Whenever they used to see any person with very big turban, very big beard, similar in shape like Taliban, belonging to that part of the country, whenever they saw that kind of man, all cameramen and media, they used to rush to him to interview him. Everybody was being interviewed, but they were not interested in interviewing Dr. Tahirul Qadri. Nobody interviewed me. Some of them interviewed, and then it was not telecasted. Because my interview, I think maybe I am wrong. Maybe it was not serving their purpose. Here lies a question, whether the Western media is really interested in eliminating the terror, or is interested in spreading the terror. They want at the same time, they want to terrify and horrify the Western people, and they want to embarrass the Muslims. Both at the same time. They just promote the Western media. There are definitely some elements who must be working for that. Not all of them. But they may be influential, holding the policies. Instead of promoting the moderate, if they had promoted the moderate Islam, the balanced Islam, the message of peace and the message of love and the message of brotherhood through their media, definitely it would have been served, it had served a lot in order to promote the cause of love between the Muslim Ummah and the Western culture. I know the people and I know their names, but no need to name them. Whenever any incident of bombing or terrorism takes place, there are certain people. They are caught and brought on the media, and everybody knows these are the people who believe in extremism and terrorism. And another point very important which disturbs me, and it is shocking for me, being a little bit aware of the global developments, little bit aware, as a very humble student, it shocks me that the USA and the big powers of the West, their agencies are not that ignorant. Their agencies are not that incapable. To me, they know who are the terrorists very well. They know who are the extremists. They know who are the fanaticists. They know which are the organizations which believe in extremism and fanaticism. They know which are the organizations which believe in terrorism. And instead of eliminating them, they just create embarrassment for the whole of the Muslim Ummah. Why they are left free? Why they are not being caught? If they are taken into account, then there would be no reason to create any kind of harassment for the people, neither